Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, then an extra special welcome to you. I am back for another episode just to catch you up on what's been going on here in my making world. Some of the projects I have finished. I actually have two finished projects to share with you, as well as a couple of whips that I can share with you. So why don't I get right to it? So the first thing I'm going to share are the finished objects. And the very first one is this lovely Mobius cowl. This is a pattern by Andrea Mowry of Drea Renee Knits, and it is called the Rad Plaid Cowl. I'm going to put it close to the camera so you can see the lovely texture in this cowl. I have not been this excited about a finish in a very long time. So the yarn that I used to knit this is from The Lamb and the Kid. I used her Elmer fingering, which is this this lighter color right here. So let me backtrack. I purchased the yarn from The Lamb and Kid, but this light blue main color, which is Elmer fingering, is dyed by Diamond Lane. And I also used mohair purchased from The Lamb and the Kid. No, I didn't use mohair. I used her Birdie base, which is the really fluffy yarn you can see right there. It almost gives the cowl this beautiful halo. And it's just so beautiful. And then the color changing yarn, as you can see, it's got a really subtle change of colors. That is my very own hand spun, and I think this is Hedgehog fibers fiber. I spun this up years ago, and as a matter of fact, I know I have not really talked about spinning on this channel for quite some time, but stay tuned because the spinning bug has hit me again. So I will have some spinning projects to share with you also very soon. I'm going to try this on so you can see how it fits. And what my plan is for wearing this is to put the seam in the back of the cowl, because it's not the prettiest seam, but it will do. So this is how I plan on wearing this lovely piece. I had thought about, when I first made this, about not doing the Mobius, not putting the twist in, but after lots of consideration, I thought about how long it took me to knit this. I've been working on this for several months. I can't even tell you when I started it. And I just said, you know what? I've been working on this for so long. Let me complete the project the way that it is supposed to be completed. And I absolutely love it. So again, this is the Rad Plaid Cowl by Andrea Mowry. So that's finished object number one. Finished object number two is a hat. So I completed a Sockhead hat. This is my second or third time knitting this pattern, and I think this is by Kelly McClure. I do believe this is a pattern by Kelly McClure, and as the name indicates, you use sock yarn to knit this, and I believe the pattern calls for a US 2 needle. At the time, I could not locate my US 2, and so I knit mine up on a US 3 needle. And so that means it's definitely a bit looser and definitely a bit larger than the gauge that the pattern calls for. But because I have a lot of hair, this actually works out really well. So let me take my glasses off. So I've got this little curly hair piece on the back of my ponytail, so it probably looks a bit strange as it pops up in the back. But yeah, you can get a feel for how this hat fits. It's Even though it's lightweight because you're using sock yarn to knit this, because you've got that double brim, it is a super warm and cozy hat, and I can definitely see making more of these. It's also one of those projects where you can take on the go. You don't have to think much about it, even if you're doing the 2x2 ribbing, which is, I think it's, the pattern has you knit this ribbing for about 4 inches. Let that motorcycle or car or whatever go by. So you can see that is a lot of 2x2 ribbing. But I love just mindless knitting like that. The yarn that I use to knit this is from Chelsea Luxe. It is her fingering base, and I believe it's the one with cashmere. I'm going to put it right down here because I can't remember exactly. So yes, so very happy to have these 2 projects complete. And I kind of think, I was looking at this earlier, I think I could get away with wearing this hat with this cowl. What do you think? Another good thing about this Sockhead hat, it's got so much real estate up in the top. You can slouch it over. You can probably do a triple brim if you wanted to. You can just slouch the excess fabric back. You can make this portion here longer. You just have lots and lots of options with this hat, and I hope you give it a try. So that's it for my finished objects. So let me share with you what I had been working on since the last time we chatted. I'm kind of fighting with the sun today. So if I stand here, you're going to see the reflection of the blinds. So I'm kind of like scooting over to this side just a little so that won't be too distracting. So the first whip I'm going to share with you, you know what? I think I showed this in the last vlog as just the beginning of a project. So as you can see, I have made quite a bit of progress on this shawl. So this is the Popple Shawl. This is also a pattern. Well, I shouldn't say also, because this is a pattern by The Lamb and the Kid. You can find this on their website as well as on Ravelry, and it is a free pattern. So let me hold this up so you can see the beautiful texture in this one as well. So beautiful, right? So the yarn that I'm using for this is also from The Lamb and the Kid. This time I'm using the Big Birdie. As you can see, that's a really fluffy, highly textured yarn. This is a bulky weight. And this solid color, the darker solid color, is Todd worsted. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Todd worsted is merino yak. It might have a little silk. Let me see if I have my ball band. Hold on. No, I don't have, hold on, maybe I do have the ball band. I do have the ball bands, yes. Okay, so Todd worsted is a blend of 65% yak and 35% cashmere. So it is really a lovely yarn. It's as lovely as it sounds. I'm gonna hold this up so you can see up close this yarn. It is so thick and squishy and soft, and I know that this is going to be a super warm shawl. And even though it's listed as a shawl, it's not one of those shawls that I can like fit around my shoulders and just wear. It's definitely going to be one of those things that I bunch up around my neck. So I'm just about finished this, and basically I think I'm going to just knit this until the yarn runs out. I don't know how much more I have to go. I have to do a stitch count. I could probably stop it here and it would be fine. But I'm going to, like I said, finish up this yarn whether that means making the shawl smaller than it's intended to be, or making it larger than it's intended to be. I'm going to use all of this lovely yarn up. And here's a close-up of the big birdie in the ball. So pretty, right? And together. Excuse my neighbors upstairs if that's what you're hearing. These walls are like, and ceilings are super thin. There you go. So that's whip number 1. Been getting so much joy out of this. The next time I show this to you, it will definitely be a finished object. I'm trying to work on putting things where they belong after I show them for the video, because sometimes I can finish recording and it's like a bomb went off in here. It's just an absolute mess. So putting things where they belong. So the final thing I want to share with you is a new little kerchief that I just cast on a couple of days ago. This is actually a test knit for Tiffany. And like I said, it is for a kerchief. And hold on. So I wanted to tell you the name of the pattern. I'm almost sure she said it was okay to share this on a podcast. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. And I did not print this out in color. I printed it out in black and white. So here is to get an idea of how it's going to look. These styles of shawlette, kerchiefs, whatever you want to call them, is just taking the knitting world by storm. Petite Knits, I believe, started it with her Sophie scarf, and then now there's the Sophie shawl, and then lots of other designers are coming out with their versions and iterations of these kerchiefs. And if you go back even before Petite Knits did her Sophie scarf, there are a ton of designers who have already knit patterns like this. So Petite Knit is definitely not the first, but she has definitely started a trend. So this is the progress I have thus far. Let me hold this up so you can see this lovely texture. Isn't that pretty? Love this. Now, this is a really simple pattern, and I've made a couple of mistakes that I did not realize that I made until I've gotten quite far in the pattern. You see how this is bowing out a little? I think I did an increase here, but I think I'll be able to block that out once it's all said and done. The increases should be going on this side here, but I think that's why this is sticking out, because I did an increase there when I shouldn't have, but that's okay. I think it's going to be fine. And like I said, it's a kerchief, so it's going to be wrapped up around the neck and you won't even notice it. I did not want to rip back all of my work. So this is my progress thus far. I'm almost at the midway point, and then I will start the decreases for the other end. I think this test knit is due in about a week. Like I said, I've been working on this for a couple of days, and it knits up so quickly. So I can't wait until the pattern is out and I can share it with you all, because I think you're going to absolutely love knitting this as well. So again, that is the Waffle Ridgeline shawl, coming soon from Tiffany. And I didn't share with you my other project bags, but I will share with you this lovely one. This is a bag from Hohe & Co. I purchased this one last year on her website, and isn't it just lovely? So this is the metallic cranberry. It's got this beautiful big hunk of leather there with her logo on it, and it's got this huge pocket in the front, which is really cool. And 3 pockets on the inside. No. So it's just a big open space on the inside. I've got my project and 3 balls of yarn in here, so with room to spare. And she did update a couple of weeks ago, and I may or may not have another Hohe & Co bag on the way. I just love her bags. And if you know, I don't know whether you've noticed, but it's really hard to find anything that's genuine leather anymore. So really excited to see the new bag that comes in. So here in the Washington, D.C. area, it's getting dark. Let me see if I can, a little bit of light here without it being too distracting. So the weather has been absolutely torturously cold. We did get a break this week, but it has been, last week and the week before, we were in the single digits with the wind chill, and it was brutal. And most of the time when it's that cold, I try not to go out, but I had to go out a couple of times, and I was bundled up in all the knitwear, of course. So that's what we've been doing. We've been braving the winter temperatures and trying to stay as warm and cozy as possible. And I can't think of a cozier way to embrace the winter chill than with a comfort meal. So I'm going to briefly take you in the kitchen and show you how I prepare one of my favorite comfort meals. I don't cook it often because, you know, I have fitness and weight loss goals, but every once in a while, you just have to go in the kitchen for a comfort meal. So I'm going to just speed up this video as I show you the delicious comfort meal of smothered pork chops, mixed vegetables, and rice. Did we have rice that day? What did we have over the pork chops? It was some kind of starch. Anyway, you'll see here. So in addition to cooking lots of comfort meals, including soups and stews, as a matter of fact, yesterday I made a white bean soup, which was absolutely delicious. And I'm gonna move this camera over just a little and hoping that get a little bit of that sun. I'm going to wrap up real quick before the sun goes down, but yesterday I made a really good white bean soup with smoked turkey meat, which was absolutely amazing. Been spending lots of time in my journals. I will definitely be sharing with you my journal and notebook lineup for 2025 very, very soon. And just embracing life's good moments. I've shared with you a lot of things that have happened in this family. We've had a lot of loss and grief, dealing with chronic illness in the family, not just me, but lots of others in the family, which can really take its toll on you emotionally and mentally. So really just intentionally taking the time to celebrate all the victories, the small ones and the big ones. And a couple of weeks ago, we got a really good report from Ray, my husband's doctor, about an issue he'd been dealing with. So, so happy for that. And afterward, we decided to go out to celebrate. And I'm going to take you along with us.
Put this on the ground. We hadn't posted ourselves in a while.
Woo, it is chilly.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Night out to celebrate. Got a good report from the doctor today.
Yay.
So, you know, you take every step you can gain and appreciate it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's so cold.
It is cold.
Oh, we should have got pictures of ice skating. Want to walk down to the ice skating rink?
All right, come on. After this, we go.
Yeah, so like I said, it's been really good just enjoying the happy times. It seems like they're few and far in between, but even in the worst of times, if you really, really think about it, then there's always something to be grateful for. Even if you just think and meditate about the sun, we just had the most amazingly beautiful sunny day today with temperatures in the low 50s. But we've had a really high wind chill, so that's made it a little chilly. But I've just really been intentionally just like standing in the sun, enjoying the warmth of that. I just find it so therapeutic and healing. Like I said, working in my notebooks and journals, and oh my goodness, I almost forgot my new obsession with fountain pens. It is a whole situation, and I had to have a talk with myself and say, Trish, you're going to have to dial it back. You cannot order fountain pens at the same level in which you order yarn. It's just not going to work. So that has been a lot of fun. I've been adding some new YouTubers to my subscriptions on YouTube and learning about all the different makes of fountain pens, some of which are really affordable. some more, I would consider investments in your fountain pen collection. I'm sorry, I'm hesitating because I'm looking for a pen that I would consider more of an investment. Hold on, I think I might have it here. So let's take this one for instance. So I'm going to share with you 3 fountain pens that I have recently acquired. This beautiful one here, this is by Conklin. It's a Conklin Durograph, and it's in this beautiful tortoise resin. And I got this pen in a stub nib. I don't know whether you can see how, let me see. I don't know whether you can see how the top of this nib is almost like going straight across. You can get some really beautiful line variations and do practice calligraphy, which I still need to work on, but really enjoying the journey with these fountain pens. This one here is another pen I've recently acquired. Isn't that lovely? So this one is by Jinhao. I believe this is the Jinhao Century 100 collection. Very affordable, maybe 15 bucks, maybe 20. I can't remember what I paid for it. But this one I think has a medium nib. And what's really special about this pen is that the nib is 18 karat gold plated. So not solid gold, but it is gold plated. You can see that on the nib, and that's really exciting. I haven't inked this up yet, but I will be soon. And then finally, another somewhat affordable pen. I guess it depends on, you know, who you talk to and how they feel about fountain pens. But if you are into fountain pens, you've probably heard of this. This brand is called TWSBI. And they have fountain pens in this style ranging from $29 up to about $90, depending on the type of pen. But this is just a basic TWSBI Eco, and it is the bronze with the cafe. I believe that's the color. So in addition to the pens, it's not just the beautiful pens, but then there are the inks that go along with the fountain pens, and you can just get some amazingly beautiful colors. Like this came in one of my subscription boxes from Cloth and Paper. I don't know whether you can tell, but it's this beautiful green here. And here's another one that I purchased. I think I got this from AliExpress. A very inexpensive ink that performs really well. So it's been super fun just diving into this new hobby. Here's another ink I recently acquired. You guys know how much I love blue. And this one is by, who is this from? I believe this is Dominant Industry. All the writing is Japanese on here, so I can't. You know, this is Linen 2 bar. So this is Linen 2 bar, and the color is Shushalian. I don't know whether you can see how beautiful that blue is. So beautiful. So yes, so I'm having so much fun with my new hobby, and we'll definitely be sharing more of that with you in the coming episodes. Before I close out though, I want to share with you the winners of our Year of the Sweater Make-Along. I have winners to announce from October, November, and December. And they are as follows. For October, the winner is Naughty Crush. Her name is Marquita, and she crocheted the gingerbread pullover, and it's absolutely adorable. So Marquita, please get in touch with me. Send me your address and your full name, and I will get your prize out to you. You're going to win this beautiful skein of Primo fingering from Plucky Knitter, and this cute little Notions pouch. Okay, so I'm gonna just take a minute and write down what you're gonna actually win. I'm gonna say red yarn and pouch. Okay, our winner for November is Cookie Yarn 293 or Corleen. Cookie Yarn 293 or Corleen. You are going to win these 2 skeins of sock yarn. This is Sock Ease by Lion Brand Yarn. And I'm also going to include this Notions pouch to go along with that. This is definitely sock yarn, but you could do accessories with this, fingerless mitts, a cowl. You could even stripe this into a sweater because each one is 437 yards. So you could do like a short sleeve tee, crop tee with that. Definitely not just limited to socks. And then finally, our winner for December is Banny Ree or Brandy. And I did not put down what did Brandy knitted. Oh my goodness, it's Andrea Mowry Perry. So congratulations to all of our winners. Again, get in touch with me on Ravelry preferably because I can just paste your address into USPS and I will get your prizes out to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you really enjoyed what you saw and heard. And if you have not already subscribed, please consider hitting your subscribe and your notification button so that you'll be notified when I upload a new episode. Your subscribing, leaving comments, hitting your notification bell, I understand all that really helps with the algorithm in YouTube. So again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. Let me know what you worked on while you watched the podcast today. And I hope to be back with you very soon for another episode. Bye-bye.